Okay, I am going to. Can I delay my turn until after Keith has had a chance to act?
Yes, you can.
Actually, I would like to take my turn. Basically, I want to coordinate with what Keithan does.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple.
So, I mean, we can just delay, and then you will go after Twidget before the guards.
Works for me.
So we're essentially just shifting you down behind.
Can we have little stick figures for these guards where they are? I just like to be able to see it.
You can't see them?
No.
Can
I can see 'em.
anyone else see them?
Yeah. Are you
Aaron,
on the lower left?
Yeah, I can see us. I can't see any guards, though.
I'd reload your page, Aaron.
Okay.
What if I...
I would have to exit the call and come back in then, too. Oh, what's going on?
There we go. I moved you to a different page, then I moved you back. Now do you see me?
Nope, still not here.
Alright. Do you see me pinging?
Yes, I see the ping, but there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Curious.
Curious George.
You're using Safari.
Yeah, I'm using Safari.
Aaron,
Alright.
it was funny when you stepped off the path, you stepped right into
Yeah.
melee with one of them, so I was confused.
Okay.
Can you see my drawings?
Yes.
There you go. That's where the people are.
Oh, wow. You're going to have to move those every time Brian moves.
I might... If I... Okay, yeah, if I do that, they stay with them.
Because if you want, I can exit out of this window, re-enter the call real quick, and see if that...
Well, I have fancy stick figures as well as my guards now. So,
Yeah.
as long as you can see
We're
the
good.
stick figures.
Okay.
Yeah, you might want to reload after this melee, though.
Okay.
Alright.
After I take my turn, I'll reload.
Yep.
And
Alright,
let's
well,
see.
you are up first, so...
Which one was the leader?
This top one here.
Top one in the road.
Yep.
All right.
That's
I
Seabass.
pull out my bow and I overdraw shoot him.
Alright. Let's see some damage.
So let's see.
Overdraw.
Crit!
There's a crit for
I
you.
feel like this guy might not survive this round. Alright.
All right. Well, that adds an extra 10 damage to him, as well as damage. So that should be 22. I don't have Hunter's Mark, and he wasn't below health,
No.
like below full health at the time, so
So that
don't pull out the
is...
Slayer.
Yeah, so just 22 damage.
Just 22.
Whoa. Okay, I did not think about that. Oops.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah?
Just a heads up, you only had a +2 on that roll if you were using macro or something.
Yep.
That's not your full modifier, is it?
No, I have +7, but it's a -5 for overdraw.
Oh, it's like power attack.
You're power attacking. Okay.
Okay. I missed that. We're both sitting here going, why does he have a +2? That no.
Yep. So
Yeah,
that,
that's what added an extra 10 to my damage.
Gotcha.
yeah. So
I
that
take
Very
guy
nice.
-5 to hit, I get a +10 to damage.
That's nice.
and he is dead. 22 just wrecks him. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I gesture at the others and go, what up?
Alright.
Yep. Cocky elf gets hit next. Oh, wait.
Yeah, and Keithan, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to reload.
Alright.
Okay, so I'm gonna run at this one on the horse since I have my lance out.
Huh?
Mounted combat.
Yep. But are you
So-
on my horse?
No, I'm not on your horse, unfortunately.
Oh, you said suit up.
Captain Cupcake?
I said suit up, not mount up.
Yes.
So that was your mistake.
I had those
terms. Brian, there's different code words we're using right now.
Yeah, I'm picking up
Wow.
on that.
Okay. All right.
We have a full sheet of this.
That apparently no one remembers.
Mm-hmm.
I do. That's why I made the reference.
You just need to like print out the sheet, and all of you just keep it at your desk.
That's probably a good choice.
Anyway, so you are charging at which guy?
This one.
Aaron, do you see the soldier dudes now?
You're muted.
He's muted.
Yeah. I think it should be better. Let me just see something here. Yes, all better.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna delete.
Because before my turn order also didn't have the icons in there, and I was
Okay.
curious about who was where in the turn order.
Yep.
Weird.
Yep. So
Fixed.
now I can see everything. Thank
You
you.
can see clearly now. The charge is on. All right. So who are you charging?
The same guy.
Okay. Sorry, I was distracted.
No, it's fine.
All right. So you can freely move about your horse.
Do-do-do.
And
Yes.
it's 14.
Yeah,
And a
because they're to start.
Yep. And 14 is a hit.
He is going to take 5 damage.
And for some reason, all of these guys, I did something wrong, so they're tied.
The senator. Shout out.
All right. So I'm gonna have to do these differently. Okay. So after
Whoa.
you charge him down, what are you doing?
So I'm overrunning him. I'm basically like running at him and then turning the horse back around so he gets an attack of opportunity.
Okay. And 9 does not hit your armor class.
No.
All right. So is that it for you?
Yeah.
All right, Twidget, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna attack the guy right in front of me.
Yep.
So we're gonna do a rapier attack. Oh, no one next to him though. I suppose I don't get advantage, right?
No.
Saw it coming. He saw a half pint just walking up to him.
It's like, what is this drunken little guy doing?
Mm-hmm. So I only get sneak attack on advantage if someone's within 5 feet, correct? I always have to ask because it's so powerful.
And it only gets more powerful with time. But 24 is a hit. Or 9 damage.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my secondary.
Mm-hmm. And
My
he is
short sword.
bloodied at this point.
Yay!
Alright, 10 more damage. That puts this guy 6 feet under. And I believe that is both of your actions.
Yes.
So now it is.
I could do a movement action, I guess.
You could cunning.
No. Just a straight up movement action because
correct.
that secondary attack took my
Bonus.
cunning action. I'll move back into the middle next to Galaneus.
Alright.
It's reasonable.
And then it is Aranor, the pony.
Not a pony.
The warhorse.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, like before, warhorse. We're going after the bad, or the smart mouth in the back, charging him.
Yep.
And
I like how your rear is charging it.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting ready to kick him with my back hooves.
It's a fancy maneuver.
Yeah. Alrighty, here we go.
Whoa!
Alright, so 23, 10 bludgeoning, trampling charge. The horse moves at least 20 feet straight towards the creature, then hits it with the hooves attack on the same turn. The target must succeed a DC 14 strength saving throw, or be knocked prone. So let's do some saving throw. He crits his saving throw.
Nice.
Crit succeeds, by the way.
Yep.
Okay.
I figured because you were excited.
Yep.
Well, no second.
So he is still
attack.
severely blooded, but somehow he is standing.
And I'll stay upright in front of him.
All right, just breathing down his front, not quite neck.
Yep. I've got one hoof on his chest, just holding him there.
All right. So now it is their turn to counterattack, and the guy in front of, we'll just start with the guy that just got hit. So a 21 versus a horse's armor class.
Which is 11. So yes, that is a hit.
And my macros are not showing up, so I gotta quickly pull up. Alright, 1. For 6 damage.
Was that 6? You kind of cut out.
Yeah, 6 damage.
Alrighty.
Alright, now we'll just go up to this guy here, who kind of takes a spear and he just kind of looks at the elf who is just like, "What up?" He just hefts the spear right at him. And 19 versus your armor class.
That hits.
Alright. 7 damage.
7?
Yep.
Oof.
And then this guy is looking at Twidget, who just killed his buddy. And he's just like, "We don't deal with that." And he too throws a spear at Twidget. Twidget, 11 versus your armor class.
Miss.
Alright. And then it will go back to Aranor.
Alrighty. My guy is still bloodied.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yep.
Alrighty. I'm just going to just hit him with the hooves. I'm
Alright.
not going to do anything fancy.
And 24 is a hit.
That's a
Nice.
crit.
Yep.
And since this is the
Well,
first time I've done a crit, what does that actually get me?
You get to roll all the applicable damage dice twice.
Okay. So I'll just...
You have another crit. Awesome.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead and just use the ability again and subtract 4 from the second damage since I
Yep.
don't get my
You don't get the bonus this
modifier twice. So total of 17.
Yep.
Not shabby.
So he dies. And in case you're wondering, he would be at negative 19.
That's what my health starts at, is 19.
So there's
good.
that. And you're going to move
I'll
it all?
back.
Or
I'll back off a ways,
Okay.
just a smidgen.
you just want to be
Just check
20 feet
mine.
away from the next guy?
Yeah, basically.
Alright.
Or at least a decent amount away. Yeah.
Alright, Galaneus, you're up.
Alright, do I currently have a spear sticking out of me?
Not quite. Like, it hit you. Like, just kind of like cut your arm. It didn't.
Okay. So, which one was the one that threw it at me?
This guy.
That guy. Alright, I overdraw attack him.
Alright.
Nice.
Yeah, that definitely nails him.
Alright. 18 damage.
Alright, this guy. Just. No bloodied, just drops.
I look at the other guy and go, "You're next."
You can see visible shaking. Do you want to move it all, or is that it for you?
I'm gonna walk up to him.
Jeez. Actually, that's awesome for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright, Keithan, you're up.
Okay, so since almost everybody's dead, I'm going to turn the horse around and run at the guy. However, I am going to drop the lance as I do so, grab my short sword, jump off the horse, and stab him.
And is this one of the fancy harpoon short swords?
No,
Okay.
just my regular short sword.
Alright, let's do some hitting roll damage.
Okay.
Oof.
That's gonna
Nice.
Yeah, that is a miss.
Is it possible to, since it was so bad, to fumble into him and knock him down?
Well, you have two options. I mean, your first option is... No, never mind, because you rolled a 5 or a 4, so you wouldn't... And you have to declare advantage before the roll, so...
I wouldn't have
Yeah.
any way to
Well,
get it, so.
Well, I believe you have inspiration, if I recall correctly.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's all gone.
Oh, it's gone?
Yep.
All right. Roll and
I had
net.
I was just thinking about whether or not I should, but then you had pointed out, but
Yeah.
you have that second one there. I
Yeah.
was just like, yeah, I don't want to say it now.
Yeah. Roll another hit because I'm curious to know if your horse would run into him after you jump off. Because the horse has momentum going with it. Yep, so your horse runs into him. And we'll just go with the 6, because I would have had
That
to roll
works.
a 1d6 anyways. And he is bloodied by that.
Wow. Easy peasy.
And so then we will jump to Twidget.
Twidget kind of strolls up there. And since the horse hit him, is he knocked prone?
No.
Nope. You do
Just trying to
have
stretch it.
you do have your sneak attack though.
I do, just not advantage.
Yeah.
Do.
21 is a hit. And that guy is equally dead. So at this point, you are out of initiative order.
I walk up to this guy and take my arrow.
Mhm.
Walk over to this guy and take my arrow. And then while I'm getting my arrow, I check the bodies for coins.
Yeah, since they're
And
bandits, let's loot the bodies.
Yep. So each of them has a dagger on them, but it's not like a super awesome. It's just like a run-of-the-mill typical dagger. And then Seabass has a pouch with 20 gold.
Woohoo. Okay, I'm putting it in the party ledger.
Any signs of where they came from, or if they have a hideout nearby?
Your best guess is that they are from just one of the local small villages, and they thought they could make a quick buck by looting passing by merchants on their way to Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
Brian, can you turn my horse around real quick?
Turn which one? This one?
I got it.
Oh.
Heck.
Not going to ask.
Oh, that's just the way horses always stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also true.
They swish flies out of each other's faces with their tails.
Yep.
So 5
Not to
gold.
mention the 360-degree vision.
Sean, I'm keeping track of it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Tell me.
Any party currency, I just keep track of for the entire episode and then shell it out at the end.
All right.
Party ledger.
It's just easier.
Also, as we are leaving, I'm going to put 2 copper pieces over Seabass's eyes.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm sure he would appreciate it if he wasn't dead.
That's the cost of using his road,
Oh.
or the cost that I assume
Yeah.
should be good.
And the cost of the toll in the underworld. Alright, so is that all you guys would like to do here? Are you ready to presume your journey to Baldur's Gate?
Yep.
We'll move the bodies off the path, except for sea basses. It'll stay right in the middle.
And I'll make sure to run it over with the wagon.
So it's
Please, I'm
kinda,
going to make a hoof attack while I go past.
so are you just going to throw all the bodies off to the side? And...
Yeah, just kind of throw them off to the side so that they're not in the way and scaring people too much. Sea basses stays in the middle as a warning to other bandits.
Alright. So all future bandits will be aware not to pull a sea bass.
They'll probably take his money, though.
Well, you took his money. Alright, so the rest of your guys' journey to Baldur's Gate is uneventful.
Oh, well.
I'll make it eventful with the renditions of my kazoo.
So as you guys arrive at Baldur's Gate, you notice it is kind of the bustling local center for trade, with goods coming from all around. There is a northern trade route as well as a southern trade route. Then there's the smaller eastern tradeway that you guys came in on, as well as a river that follows just below your guys' trade route. and then there's the coast just off the side of Baldur's Gate. So I mean, it's this big hub of commerce. However, as you are aware, before you even approach Baldur's Gate, the roads are very narrow, and so it's very difficult to get wagons through the actual city. So often merchants will go to one end and sell all their goods and then load up and then leave. They don't generally travel through Baldur's Gate. They'd either have to go all the way around it, or they just go to it and then return from where they were going. So as you arrive, kind of, there's a few people kind of standing, not necessarily guarding the gate, but they kind of stand there to help give directions as people enter the city. And if anyone shows up that looks unruly, they'll kind of send them away, or they'll notify higher ups within the city guard. But they kind of see you approaching and they just kind of wave you and say, "Welcome, travelers, to this fine city of Baldur's Gate. How may we be of service to you all?"
We all keep quiet.
I don't remember what we're doing.
Well, that's good, Sean. You're the face.
You tried to get involved with the merchant caravan heading north.
Oh, right.
We're
looking.
Get
okay.
involved with the caravan to the north.
Thank you, Caboose.
Yeah, it's definitely a 7 you rolled there. Yeah, we're looking for the merchant caravan. We hear that they're headed north. Do you know the whereabouts we could find them?
Yes, the caravan along the trade route. Often many merchants like to go in a larger party. Safety in numbers and all that. They typically leave on every 3 or 4 days.
Fork night.
To my understanding, they should be leaving either tomorrow or the day after. If you hurry to the northern gate, you could go with them. Or if you just like to sell your goods here, I'm sure there are plenty of other merchants that would be willing to make some trades with you.
Now,
Most excellent. Thank you.
The last time I was in Baldur's Gate, I got robes of the Archmagi here. You got anything like that?
He just kind of like looks at you and he's like, robes of like the Archmagi, like the dude at the Mage Tower, like the head honcho.
Yeah, they just had them for sale. Anybody could buy them.
Wow, I've not heard of this.
Sorry,
It's probably
I'm
it's
mixing player
probably
knowledge.
above my pay grade. I mean, I'm lucky to buy robes of the Undermage.
You can get robes of the Undermage? Do you have a local outpost for the Emerald Enclave?
I know of the Emerald Enclave. I would presume you would probably find them around animals or nature. I don't know. And he kind of calls over his buddy. And he's like, "Hey, Emerald Enclave, do you know if they have a head post or anything?" And the guy was kind of like, crickets.
Nice.
It's just like, I mean, the best guess would look for, one of the nature temples, perhaps. Or maybe near the forest, I don't know. I just know they love trees, the other guy says.
I'll lean forward towards him conspiratorially. We like fire, too.
He just
Not
kind
in
of...
conjunction with the trees, but...
He just kind of looks at you oddly, like, I'm confused.
What's not to love about trees?
There's everything to love about trees and not lighting them on fire.
Exactly.
Lighting trees on fire is bad. Lighting people on fire, sometimes good. A lot of times.
I still agree with this.
Now, Brian, I would like to find the local outpost for the Emerald Enclave
Yep.
before we head out.
So, I mean, the Emerald Enclave, as I recall, often operate in isolation. To quote dnd.wizards.com, they often learn to depend upon themselves more than others. Survival in the world demands great fortitude and mastery of certain blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, really, you're probably just kind of looking around trying to find their symbol somewhere.
Yeah, and I am a member of that
Yeah.
faction, so
So like they don't have like a giant like Emerald Enclave headquarters 5 miles
No.
this way. But
you
you're
must
like,
find the subtle variations in the trees that point towards the way.
yeah. But I mean like if you give me 1d4 hours of looking, you could probably find them.
Yay!
Why are we looking for the Emerald Enclave?
No.
So if you're willing to spend 4 hours kind of going about, you'll be able to find.
Yep.
So while you're doing that, I'm presuming you'd be like, hey, you guys, I'll meet you up at the northern end of town. I got business to take care of.
And what is the Emerald Enclave? I know it's his...
Yeah, it's a faction. So it's one of the 5 main factions in the realm. I feel like your character would like them if he was to learn about
That's
them.
why I was very curious about it.
Yeah.
I'm just hearing some description. I'm kind of curious if I can't just tag along with him.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Sure.
ask him if you could join.
Yeah. This sounds interesting.
Yeah. Their goal is to restore and preserve the natural order, keeping the elements of force in the world in check, keeping civilization and wilderness from destroying one another, and to help others
All right.
survive in the perils of the wilderness.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be very interested in joining that.
So I mean, the two of you can kind of go and start looking for the Emerald Enclavians. So Twidget and Keithan, are you just going to take your wagon up to the northern gate, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'll do that. And as we go, I'll look for any thieves' cant along the way.
Is there anything else you'd like to look at while you're doing the journey, Keithan?
Yes, I will look for drunkards to try and sell ale to.
Yeah.
I might as well
I'll
make
second
some
that.
coin as we're
Yeah.
driving around.
I'll second that with jerky, because the only thing drunks like more than more drink is food,
All right.
even
So-
rancid meat.
If we add enough salt, it'll taste okay.
That's right.
All right, so we'll quickly fast forward for the two of you guys. You kind of follow the outer road. It's about the easiest road you'd be able to get the wagon and Captain Cupcake. I guess did you guys get rid of Captain Cupcake?
No,
No, you
I
still
still
have
haven't.
Okay, I wasn't sure because you also have your horse that you've been.
So
riding.
the horses that Leosin
Yeah.
bought us,
Okay,
and
so,
then I also have Captain
Yep.
Cupcake in a wagon.
okay, so you're just kind of like guiding him along. You don't have anyone like forcing him along.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are able to guide Captain Cupcake and the wagon along the road to the north. It'll take you guys how long? I always forget I don't have a macro for 6. Why did I not make a macro for 6 and 12? I didn't make. All right, so it'll take you guys about 6 hours to make the journey because you're stopping and selling stuff along the way to various travelers. A few of them, are like, "This is amazing," and some of them are like, "This is terrible." I mean, it's kind of like at this point, it's still you're defining your formula.
Yep, I will give out the samples and
Yeah.
then also a form for them to fill out.
Yep.
A review.
Yep. And most of them are like, "This is odd jerky. It has room for improvement. Could probably use a bit more drying. It's kind of not as tough as we would expect."
What?
So then jumping to the Emeraldians, you're kind of looking around for a while, and finally you kind of like start seeing some signs and starting to kind of put some stuff together, and you find that on the kind of like northeastern side of town, just on actually the outskirts of town, there's a small area of trees, and there's a tree house in those trees where the Emerald Enclave people hang out. So after about 4 hours, you guys can find the Enclave. Kind of like climbing up the tree house. They're like, "Oh, hey, welcome, friend." But they really have no idea who you are, but they're nice people. So they kind of greet you and like, "What brings you to us today?"
Sorry, I was trying to find something in the book about Emerald Enclave to
Oh.
do research. I was
Yeah, that's fine. Galaneus, I'm not certain what his last name is, but he's shown a reverence for nature that I think we can all appreciate.
It's like Maliame.
Mallium.
Yeah.
I'm human, I can't
Mallium.
pronounce it. I'm lucky I get his first name right.
You're like, I'm human. I don't do elven last names. Yep.
Except for my last name.
Yeah.
I was raised elven, I just can't say their last names.
Yep.
I can't do it, I'm sorry.
Yep. So I mean, the Enclave, they're kind of like, oh, so hi, Galaneus. They kind of talk through their views on nature. They kind of explain, that nature and society need to keep each other in balance. They don't want society to destroy nature, but at the same time, nature can't be let to run completely free or it will destroy society. So most of their focus is on protecting the two and keeping them in the rightful balance.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So
I guess we can let civilization stick around.
Yep. I believe
So how can we help you guys?
my good friend here wants to be involved.
Yeah. They
Now,
teach
first
you
off,
they
before
teach
we
you the
talk
secret
about anything
handshake and everything.
secret,
Sweet.
okay, I just want to make sure he was in before we revealed any internal secrets or anything.
No. A friend of the guild member is a friend of ours. Welcome to the group.
Yeah, thank you.
Man, the secret society has really gone downhill since the last time I was here.
This is the
Well, maybe
Boulder-
you should have kept a better secret.
this is the Baldur's Gate branch. They're
Yeah.
they're very open to everybody.
It's a very
Okay.
open branch of.
Yeah.
So I'll mention to him, we're here in Baldur's Gate. We're actually here hunting down the Cult of the Dragon. We've been in Greenest and the area around that, and we originally brought here by Froome of the Order of the
Yes.
Gauntlet to participate in a joint mission with the Harpers and the Order and the Emerald Enclave. And as much as I dearly love taking our orders from men in metal, at this I'll kind of scoff and expect them to get my sarcasm.
Yeah. They share the
I wanted
laugh.
to see what the Emerald Enclave's viewpoint, if any additional information you might have, and basically what's going on.
Yep. Well, Froome is the point man to us for the Order of the Gauntlet. The Harpers, of course, they send odd messages here and there. They're not very open when it comes to planning, more or less. But our view on the matter, from what we have observed, is the Cult of the Dragon seeks to return dragons as a beast of prominence, which, needless to say, is problematic.
Yes.
Dragons aren't known for their self-control or cohabitative nature.
Let's just say balance would be askew.
Yes, let's just say dragons will... I mean, arguably they will hurt nature in as much as they will hurt society, but both in a detrimental way. So we believe that their ends, and there are some good dragons, as we all know, but these are not the dragons they are looking at. They are an evil entity, quite clearly.
Perhaps looking at the black dragons.
Very much so, yes. We understand they have a focus on black dragons as well as Tiamat, the Dragon Queen. Not entirely sure what their plans are. That is why we formed this alliance with the Harpers and the Order of the Gauntlet. We are hoping we can learn what their purpose is and how we can put an end to it.
Do you have any additional information or additional tasks you might want to have us consider while we're here,
Yes.
or rather there?
Well, if you are the people, I understand our friend Orland was getting a group together that he was going to attempt to do journey and research. If that's who you are, our sole request would be that you keep balance in mind. And as you'll be out on the tradeway, we would of course request that you keep harm from coming to those in the caravan and prevent those in the caravan from harming those without. It is not uncommon for bandits to be on the road or for violence to erupt within. We just desire what is best for all.
Okay. I appreciate your time. Lovely little tree house you have here.
Well, thank you.
We'll
Solid oak.
solid oak. I believe we'll be seeing each other at some point in the future. Hopefully, we'll both be alive.
I hope that as well.
A little black humor there. Galaneus, do you have anything else to discuss with our brothers before we head out?
No. I think I've just found a nice, wonderful group to join, so I'm just happy to have new friends. I don't often meet people with the same views as I do. Not when I'm around society, anyway.
They kind of nod and smile, like, well, an unfortunate aspect of our order is we are often in isolation, and so it is nice to see one another when we can. So after this, do the two of you proceed to the northern gate to meet your friends?
Yes, we will. Or at least I will.
Yep.
Alright. I can't find if there's any, like, house words kind of a thing for the Emerald Enclave, so... If there were, that's what they would have said upon your partying.
I think we're going to go with solid oak.
Gonna make like a tree and leaf.
That's good.
Yep. Alright. So, I mean, as you guys part, so the two of you traveling faster without a wagon or selling goods are able to then arrive at the gate just about the same time as your two peddling allies. At which point you see there are a bunch of wagons kind of gathered just off the road, kind of in almost like a powwow-esque nature. And then one guy kind of standing in the middle with a ledger talking with everybody. And then as he sees you, he kind of calls over and he goes, "Ah, are you merchants joining us on our caravan?"
Yes, we would very much like to join.
Mhm.
Are you headed... Where north are you particularly headed?
Each of us has our own means. I am head of the caravan for this journey. My name is... Wait for it. Keep waiting for it. My name is Archini Uliatin. I am one of the merchants here. Personally, I carry 2 wagons in my personal caravan, carrying furs and hides and the like. Essentially, I get to see who's here, make sure we all play fairly, play by the rules, don't steal from one another, don't fight with one another. Those we hire are under our own employ, not other people's. You can only command to those who you control. Answering your question, I personally am heading all the way up to Neverwinter. I believe one of the others mentioned he's going to Luskan. But most of us, I presume, are getting off at Waterdeep. Some even possibly before then.
Excellent. We would very much like to join you on your trip.
Yep.
I believe we're headed by the ways of Waterdeep
Yep.
ourselves.
Okay. And he kind of like takes out a patch parchment and starts kind of writing on it. He's like, "And the name of your wagon, if I may ask."
Sagan.
Sagan.
The Sagan wagon.
He's kind of right. Sagan wagon.
I don't. I'm just a guard with a bad sense of humor.
He casts his gaze back to Twidget and he's like, "Does your guard name all of your things?"
He tries to.
Only the things I care about.
So
Little
your
tear
wa-
comes
your
to
your
my
wagon, good sir. What is it called, or shall I write the Sagan wagon?
I look back to Keithan and I shrug.
KT Brewing and Publication Company. Also, the Ales and Tales Bar and Grill. We also
Yeah.
have jerky.
I give him 30 words to write down for the name of our.
He just writes
Hey.
LLC.
he just writes KT Brewing and Publication LLC, and he's like,
I make a formal note that that's wrong, and I start quoting illegal forms or like making shit up again.
yeah. He just kind of looks at it and he goes, "Sir, this is just a formality. It's just so we know who is where and who controls which wagon."
This is formaldehyde, okay.
May
He
I
does
a-
deal in hides.
May I ask
so it's
which
fair.
name to put down as the wagon master?
Go ahead and put my name down. Twidget.
He just kind
No,
of
Yeah.
no last name.
he
Twidget, no last name.
he scrolls out Twidget, then in parentheses puts no last name. And he goes, "Now, are these
Are you
the?"
related to Galaneus?
And he's like, "Are these the only 4 members of your party?"
No,
Yes, technically
we
5.
We have
Vendetta.
millions of others. A whole army.
we have people that may or may not be joining us on our
Yeah.
journey.
And he's like, one of those. I understand.
They come, they go.
Yep. All right, and so he kind of finishes taking all the notes of everything.
I'll ask him if he has a merchant named Orlin.
Orlin, you say?
Burr?
I
Renan
remember
Bacher?
the Emerald Enclave mentioning a merchant named Orlin.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I just completely heard 2 words put together and was wrong.
No, Orlin was Froome's first name.
Oh, okay. I missed that it was
Yeah.
from his first name. Okay.
Which
never
your
mind.
character may not have been aware of. He just knew their
I
contact
thought
with the
his-
gauntlet was
I thought
Orlin.
his first name was Anthar.
Yeah, I have Alenthar.
I thought it was Anthar Froome.
Yep, it's Anthar. That's what I meant when I said Orland earlier. It should have been Anthar. No idea where Orland came from.
Burr.
So yeah, he was saying that Anthar was their contact in the Order of the Gauntlet.
Gotcha.
Just let it happen.
And he's like, "All right, well, your wagon is welcome to join our caravan. We're proud to have more members among our party. There's always a safety in numbers on the tradeway. It's a long journey. If you're heading to Neverwinter, no, you're heading to Waterdeep. If you're heading to Waterdeep, it'll be about 2 months."
When he says Neverwinter, I cringe a little bit.
Yeah, and he observes it and he makes a mental note. And he's like, Waterdeep will be about 2 months. About halfway, we'll be stopping in Dragonspear for a day or two to resupply. Often we get more people joining us at Dragonspear. Is there any questions you have? We will leave in the morning, first thing.
I don't believe so.
Nope.
Where should we park our wagon in the meantime?
You could just leave it out here. I would recommend leaving a guard or 2. Trouble doesn't
I'll stay
often
guard.
trouble doesn't often occur, but it's been known to happen on rare occasions.
Very well. Then we shall leave it here.
All right.
That's all I got.
All right.
Yep.
Yep. So kind of as you're kind of like milling about the area, kind of you can listen in to other people talking, and some of the other merchants. A few of them come up and talk to each other, and one of the travelers is a nobleman, and he's kind of off by himself, and he has a few guards around him, and you see him kind of being fairly rough with one of his horses, and you know that he's taking one, he's getting ready to take one out for a ride, and the collar seems to be a bit too tight the way the horse is reacting, and he just kind of like gives it a rough shove, and kind of like, calm down, you, and hops on and just kind of takes off into the distance. But then, just most of the other people seem fairly nice, except this one jerk noble, because nobles are always jerks. But he has it's him and then 2 bodyguards that he has staying with his wagon as he takes off. What else was happening right now? There's a bunch of just other random wagons amongst the gathering, and each wagon kind of has guards. There's a bunch of kind of common folk coming up and talking to this people. You can tell some of them are either trying to purchase a spot on their wagon to ride up to one of the other towns. A few of them are trying to find a job, either as a soldier or a guard. A few of them offering kind of their experience as actual soldiers, and we can actually lead your entire force if need be. None of these come up to you. They're looking more for the super fancy wagons. Is there anything else you guys...
Hey!
I'm just saying, you guys only have one.
The other guy only had 2.
True.
So,
But he's...
I wouldn't mind trying to hire some.
So would you like to kind of go up to some of these people and be like, "Hey, I hear you're looking for work," or how would you how would you like to go about trying to hire some guards?
Basically, I'm going to stand up at the front of the wagon and start yelling out, "Hear ye, hear ye! All you people looking for work, I have a job opening. Please, please, come get in line and we shall see about your resume."
Alright. Let's see what happens. Alright, so 5 people kind of step forward. They're kind of like, what is this proposal, good sir? What jobs do you need doing?
I need a squire and a publisher. Anybody good with writing?
Everyone just kind of looks puzzled. They're like, well, I know how to write. Does that qualify?
You got the job.
We're very demanding.
Well, before I accept, what's the pay?
A lifetime of subservience.
4.
A gold per 10 day.
You can see he's kind of thinking and trying to do math. Clearly not his strong suit.
I will tell him it is some of the best pay you will get for menial jobs. It's better than flipping burgers for copper a day.
How long would the stint? Would I join you up north? Would I continue beyond? What is your idea of the longevity of this position?
Consider this an internship. If you do well, by the time we get to our destination, we may hire you full time.
The man kind of grins and he's like, well,
and if we do hire you full time, we will increase your pay. Guaranteed moving up the corporate ladder.
The man
getting in on the ground level is the way to go.
The man kind of grins and he goes, I will accept this offer. Shall I return in the morning, or do you have need of me now?
You shall return in the morning.
And he kind of gives you a deep bow, and he's like, "It is my honor, good sir. I look forward to writing whatever it is you need written." And he just kind of turns and walks away. The other 4 people are just kind of still standing there, and they're like, well, do you have any need of guards, or...
I need somebody to shovel poo. Who's up for that?
They all...
And then I interject. I have prestidigitation. I can prestidigitate your poo.
No, I
that's
don't
a
want
shirt.
you to tax yourself.
That's a shirt right there. I prestidigitate your poo.
I don't really need them to clean up poo. It's more of somebody just to take care of them. So if they actually have I want to hire low on the ranking, so
Yeah.
that way if they die, I'm not guilty about it. So
Yeah. I mean, as you mentioned, Shovelly and Pooh, 3 of the 4 remaining people kind of walk away. One of them, a very young male, just kind of looks and he goes, "Well, I'm just looking to get out of Baldur's Gate, honestly, and um, I'll take it."
you're hired.
What is the pay rate, if I may
Hopefully, he
ask?
elaborate backstory.
I will pay him a whopping 5 silver pieces a 10-day.
He gladly accepts.
It's not a skill position.
Exactly. He's not being. He's not having the potential to be a publisher, but
But he could become a senior squire provided good behavior and 4 years of hard work.
exactly. The corporate ladder is endless with me.
Literally, there is no end. You are always on the ladder.
I can come up with many job titles that mean the exact same thing.
Yeah, he gladly accepts, and just likewise, he's like, "So shall I take care of the horses now, or shall I come back in the morning?"
Come back in the morning. I will have this halfling here handle it for the night.
He kind of grins and bows deeply as well. And he's just like, I will get my affairs in order, and I will be back in the morning. I look forward to being in your service, good sir.
As am I.
Do we really want to be hiring someone that's having affairs? Multiple affairs?
We have Twidget.
Fair point. But we don't have a choice on Twidget.
No, not really.
Do, do,
Yeah,
do,
we can train him the right way.
Ah,
Kill
yes.
first and ask questions later. I do plan on making them both quite skilled with weapons, as they will soon find out that my wagon is not just a brewing company, but also a full-service center of armory goods. Nobody shall rob our brewery.
Alright, so at this point, you have successfully reached Baldur's Gate and found means of getting yourselves into the caravan heading north. As you observe as well, you note that some of the covered wagons, bless you,
Thank you.
are clearly involved with the Cult of the Dragon. You kind of recognize some of the regalia, and one of the faces even looks familiar, but you can't place it. But you're like, that just kind of looks, I don't know. There's something about it. It's one of those faces, you know. And so in the morning, you guys will begin your journey north.
Huzzah.
All right.
And next week, we get to do stuff again besides just telling a story.
Nothing wrong with telling stories.
True.
All right.
All right, well, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.
Farewell.